Hello, my pals. I'm Squareman of Squareville, New Square. I'm 90 years old, but I haven't a job. Many do not think of me as such a well-rounded individual. In fact, I'm an orphan, and I have insomnia. Back in elementary school, the kids would tease me because I am a square. It might also be because my parents abandoned me in a square lake. I can vividly recall them saying, "Hey look, it's a lake with 4 congruent angles and 4 congruent sides. Just like you. You belong there, you weirdo." It still haunts me to this very day. In fact, because of it, I have trouble sleeping at night. I enjoy listening to podcasts as they are the only things that put me to sleep every night. Recently, I've decided to invest my time in a podcast titled Cool Quadrilaterals. It's informative of my kind in particular, and very interesting. In fact, recently, they did an episode about squares, and it was really consoling to brush up on my heritage and know that there are others just like me out there in this world.
Hello, Quaddy Kiddos! It's your boy, Quaddy the Quad Kitty, and in this episode of Cool Quadrilaterals, we will be going over what it really means to be a square. You may not have known this, but a square is a quadrilateral, a parallelogram, a rectangle, and a rhombus. To start off, a square is a quadrilateral. That means it has 4 sides and 4 angles. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel to each other, making it a wiki wondrous parallelogram. Additionally, these pairs of opposite sides are congruent because of the parallelogram opposite sides theorem. Both pairs of opposite angles, on the other hand, are congruent as well, as stated in the parallelogram opposite angles theorem. In fact, squares, like rhombuses, are equilateral, meaning all sides are congruent, and, like rectangles, are equiangular. More specifically, they are all right angles. Moving on from the basic things, there are these lines called diagonals that intersect opposite vertices of a quadrilateral. In our case with squares, these diagonals are perpendicular by the rhombus diagonals theorem, congruent by the rectangle diagonals theorem. They also bisect one another, stated in the parallelogram diagonals theorem, and bisect the opposite angles in the rhombus opposite angles theorem. So, now you know all this wacky info. So what are you going to do with it? Research your ancestry. This episode of Cool Quadrilaterals was brought to you by Lineage.com. Fasten deeply into your family history today!
Motivated, the next morning I woke up and pulled myself out of bed, and I went on to Lineage.com. I found shocking results. When I entered my name, I found that I was 100% rectangle and 100% rhombus, and that makes me 200% square. That isn't really how genetic test results work, but now I found out that I get all of my traits from both categories of quadrilateral. I scrolled down and found my parents. Apparently they live in the island of cooler quadrilaterals, so I took a plane in and found them. Mom, Dad, is that really you? After 80 years, I found my parents. Dang, aren't squares cool?